Hello and welcome to this live webinar I am running on why you're not reaching your health goals and what to actually do about it. I'm not going to sit here and tell you all the awful things that we do and reasons why we're not hitting our health goals, because here's the thing. We all set goals that we don't reach, and that is not the issue. I'm actually going to be talking more about how I think goals are a little bit glorified, glorified, and the preferred thing that I like to focus on that is not goal-oriented, but will help you get to those goals without limiting your happiness or making you feel like a failure. But we are specifically focusing on health goals, as you can see by this cover slide. These are actually two of my fellow coaches, both of which I actually met on Instagram initially. One of them, Brittany, actually here. We used to live in Kansas City together, and her transformation has been several years in the making. So don't think that these things happen overnight. My transformation here in the middle, that was about a year into my journey. And Lauren's, as you can see, was a little bit shorter term. It was 20 days of really focused efforts. So we are all different shapes and sizes, colors, and we all struggle with reaching our health goals, but now we know the system and the things that will actually help us get us there, which is why I made this webinar and these slides. Is I want to share the solution I found to be most successful, most efficient, and least stressful, honestly, because it can be kind of hard to pursue a health goal. So let's dive right into it. I wanted to connect first of all, because maybe this is you, this is how I used to feel, and I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one who felt this way. Had a fitness membership that was going unused. Back in 2017, I actually had a Core Power membership, which is really pricey. It's like $100 a month just for yoga classes. I'm not downplaying the awesome effects of yoga. It's great, but I really could not afford it at the time. And I wasn't really using it because the studio was far away from my apartment and I didn't have a car. Do you have awesome goals but are lacking guidance? This is a lot of us. We set all these awesome goals and then we don't really know what to do to get to those goals. And that was definitely me. I was the chronic goal setter. I set really, really ambitious goals and then I would feel like a failure because I didn't actually reach them. Is food your Achilles heel? So a lot of us focus on the fitness and turn a blind eye to the nutrition. That used to be me as well. I really didn't understand why I wasn't getting results until I looked into my nutrition and realized that I was under eating in certain things and overeating in other things. And I was ready to level up. Like, I was tired of not getting results. I was tired of spending hours at the gym. I really did not have the money for a personal trainer. That is one of the solutions that I looked into. And at the time I was living paycheck to paycheck, so I really could not afford a personal trainer. And the idea of having to set times to meet with someone and having that person be looking at my body while I'm exercising was just really anxiety producing to me, especially because I was at a point where I was really low in my self-esteem. I did not like the idea of having someone looking at my body while I was exercising and critiquing my form. I would have rather just hide at home and not work out. So I feel you. If this relates to you at all, I feel you because I was there. I totally get where you're coming from and I want to help. So why you're not reaching your health goals. And I want to take a second and just tell you that you're not a failure because you're not reaching your health goals. And I also want to tell you that your health goals might actually be the thing that's holding you back. But here's like 5 main reasons that I've found through my various years of health coaching. These are the most common reasons I've noticed on why people are not reaching the goals that they set. Number 1 is they don't have any skin in the game. And when I say skin in the game, I'm talking primarily about money. So you haven't invested anything in actually getting to those health goals. Maybe you haven't invested in a coach, you haven't invested in workouts or nutrition or, some sort of guidance. Or maybe you have invested, but it's not enough, or it wasn't the right investment for your specific problem. Number two, you're not following a set plan. A lot of us go to Pinterest, or we piecemeal together workouts from magazines, workouts from Pinterest, or just random meal plans that we find like floating around for free on the internet. And here's the thing. A lot of those, first of all, are not made by professionals. They're not made by physiologists, personal trainers. They're not made by dietitians, nutritionists, and people that are actually certified. And the second thing, you might be following, Bobby Joe's nutrition plan and Juanita's fitness plan, and those things weren't designed to work with each other. So not following a set plan is number two. Number three, you're not being held accountable. You don't have anyone checking in on you, saying, hey, did you do your workout? Hey, did you meal prep this week? And you don't have a community that's cheering you on when you accomplish something. As silly as that may sound, we oftentimes really need that reinforcement of like, you're taking a step in the right direction and really cheering you on for those small victories. Number four, your goals aren't tied to emotion. So maybe you are setting those health goals and you're not reaching them because they don't touch you on a deeper level. You haven't really dug into your true reason why. Losing weight is not like a deep, deep why. Losing weight because you feel, low self-esteem whenever you look in the mirror and therefore don't show up as your true authentic self at work might be a deeper why. Do you see how those things are different? Number five, you don't know what to do, when to do it, or where to do it. This could be in relation with nutrition. It could be in relation with workouts. You just are really overwhelmed. There's a lot of information out there, and there's a lot of information that is actually contradictory, which can cause confusion, and that might be holding you back from reaching your health goals. So a lot of this is not your fault, but it is your responsibility. And that's why I am telling you guys, you need a system. So we talk a lot about goals, and while I love goals, I love setting goals, I love reaching goals, I love evaluating why I did not reach goals that, I set and then didn't reach. However, goals are not the end all be all of achievement, especially when it comes to your health, because it can make you feel like you're in a hamster wheel effect. So you're constantly looking towards the next thing, the next goal. You feel like your happiness is restricted because you're telling yourself, well, I'll be happy once I lose 10 pounds. And that is not a way to live life, in my opinion, because when you do lose those 10 pounds, then you'll be telling yourself, well, I'll be happy when I lose 20 pounds. And it's just a negative feedback loop of never really truly achieving happiness and never truly really being satisfied. And there's a difference between loving your body and like not wanting to improve and like satisfaction. Goals also compete with your long-term progress. If you're setting short-term goals, like I want to lose 10 pounds in 1 month. Okay, let's say you lose this 10 pounds in 1 month, but how are you going to maintain that? How are you going to sustain that? How are you going to keep on losing the weight that you want to lose without burning out? You know what I mean? So that's why I'm really loving systems and habits lately. This is kind of a shift in my own focus and how I coach my clients and how I want to present these solutions to you guys, because systems and habits lead to slow, continuous progress over time. So it's not just about the short-term progress. Short-term progress is great, and having those wins up front is awesome. But when you can look back at a year's worth of slow, continuous progress and you improved 1% every single day, then you would have improved 365% that year. That is amazing. That's like 3 times better than you were previously that year. So just imagine focusing on the small wins every single day instead of like a huge big goal by the end of the month. It's also going to increase your satisfaction, because when you're sticking to daily habits, then it's not so much about a giant goal that you're trying to reach. but the daily little wins that will help you feel like you accomplished something and will also lead you to that larger goal. And like I said before, systems and habits help you have long-term and sustained results. So not only are you going to lose those 10 pounds, right, but you're going to sustain that and you're going to maintain those results and even compound over them and keep going. Or if you want to gain muscle, same thing. You're going to sustain those results and make them more of a lifestyle instead of a quick fix, because we're not in the business of quick fixes here. We are in the business of changing lives and lifestyle habits instead of just, losing quick 10 pounds in a month. Although that can be totally doable. If that's your goal, that's cool. So who am I to be talking about this, right? Well, I am an ex cross-country runner. I used to run cross-country in high school, and that sort of is where my obsession with feeling good and feeling fit began. But running was all I knew. I didn't really know how to get any other results besides just running faster. And throughout my college life, I started developing a binge restrict type of cycle where, I'm sorry, these shadows are really weird. I'm just going to go with it. We're just going to go with the shadows. Hopefully that doesn't bother you. So I was in a binge restrict cycle with junk food. I would eat a lot of junk food one week and then feel bad and really, really eat clean or maybe forget to eat sometimes. And it was just wreaking havoc on my metabolism without me knowing. And I often felt really exhausted. I wasn't sleeping well. And I came into Beachbody actually working more than 40 hours a week. I was traveling constantly, whether it was to visit family or for work, and I was living paycheck to paycheck. Like I mentioned, I was a recent college grad. I had all this student loan debt. I didn't really have a lot of time to be spending hours at the gym, and I would just had let myself go after college. I was so overwhelmed, and I didn't really know how to jump back in because I couldn't run. I had an injury actually. And I couldn't run, so running was all I knew. I didn't know how to do anything in fitness besides running, and I couldn't do running. So I was really overwhelmed and feeling lost. I felt like I had no time and no money to spend on a personal trainer or any other solution. However, I found this holistic approach to health that actually got me back on my feet, got me feeling like myself again. And it's really a simple solution, honestly. And it's the system that I want to teach you guys today. And this is what has kept me progressing in my health for the past 2 years. So I've been following these programs, drinking the superfoods, Shakeology is what it's called. And I've been following a nutrition guide and staying accountable for the past 2 years. So when I tell you this works and this is sustained solution, trust me, it's for real. And really all it is online fitness, similar to Netflix type of style. So I will show you guys what that looks like in a bit. Meal plans and recipes that are easy to follow and actually delicious. It's not just like eating 3 salads a day. It's real food. And support. This is my favorite thing actually. This holistic approach is really big on accountability, which is oftentimes what we're missing in our solutions. A lot of meal plans out there, a lot of workout programs out there don't offer the accountability aspect to it and the community aspect to it. So what the heck is BOD? That is Beachbody On Demand. That is the online workouts that I just mentioned. And it's essentially like Netflix, but for workouts. So a lot of us call it Netflix because, flexing, fitness, it's kind of punny, right? But it's streamable online workouts you can do literally from anywhere that has Wi-Fi. And if you're going on a trip and you're not going to have Wi-Fi, you can actually download the workout onto your device. So let's say you're going to be streaming from a tablet like this person. You can download the workout while you have Wi-Fi and take it to wherever you're going. Maybe you're going camping and you want to hit a good cardio session in, or you want to do some strength training. You can totally do that. This is awesome because if you're a big on traveling like I am, you really don't have the accessibility to a gym. A lot of times you're in a hotel room, you're in an Airbnb, And all you have is your body and the ground, and that's all you really need. I've done these workouts in my pajamas. I've done them on a beach. I've done them on hardwood floors, tile floors, in cold mornings, in an Airbnb. So they're really doable from anywhere. And I want to show you guys real quick, actually, one of the programs that just came out. It is called Morning Meltdown, just so that you know kind of what they look like, because they're really professionally made.
And this is Morning Meltdown 100, a completely new approach to making a fitness commitment that's designed to help you get your workout done every morning with the confidence you're truly getting the results that you're looking for. I'll show you what I mean in a second with a sneak peek, and I really hope you're going to try it with me in my incredible task. First is what I want you to think about. When was the last time you can say you actually made a commitment to a nutrition program and followed through with a fitness program for 100 workouts? 100 workouts. Most people can't say they've ever done it, but that's my goal for you. Ready?
Just gonna skip to the actual workout part.
Dave! Woo! Dave is ready. Kitty in the back. But we've got Val and Sienna giving you some awesome options for the workouts. Got a new move coming up.
So I know you guys can't hear the audio right now because it's through my headphones, but I want to point out that there's 2 modifiers in this workout. So this girl is like the intermediate modifier. So that girl in the red, her name is actually Valeria also, but she goes by Val. So this girl, she is the intermediate modifier, and then she is like the beginner modifier. So if you are really, really just starting out in your fitness and you're like, I cannot jump, I can't do anything with impact, you can follow modifiers. And these workouts are really made for everyone, any fitness level. And a lot of times you'll see people on this side of the screen doing an intensifier. So if you're on the other side of the spectrum, you're like, I'm an athlete, I'm ready to get shredded, I want to get this as intense as I can, then you can follow the intensifiers. So I just want y'all to see how professionally made these are. And this program actually has a live DJ on set. So all the music, all the beats really follow the workout, which I personally love because I'm the person that's like blasting music for every single workout, and I need it to match the rhythm of my workouts. But like I was saying, there's really something for everyone. There's weightlifting, cardio, yoga, low impact, boot camp style. Like there's really just everything. Even if you're pregnant or you just had a baby, there are programs for you. There's pre and postnatal yoga. There's actually programs you can do with your kids too. If you are a parent and you want to get your kids involved, you want to get them started with those healthy habits at a young age, which I think is amazing. You can it's called Double Time, one of our workout programs, and it's specifically designed for you to do with your child. And I want to give you guys a quick glimpse of what the interface looks like. So this is Beachbody On Demand. When you purchase your challenge pack, you log in, this is what you see, and you can sort through time, you can sort through type, and trainer. So if there's a trainer that you really love, Autumn Calabrese is one of the most popular. So Sean T, that's this guy. And you can also sort through fitness level. So if you're like, I really want a workout that's going to kick my ass, just click advanced and you'll get what you wish for. Or if you're like, I want to take it easy today, you can click beginner. But really these workouts are, you could do a different one every single day and not make it through all of them in a year. There's just so many different ones. So definitely never going to get bored there. And just a quick note about the trainers that Beachbody hires. Like I said, this is Autumn, this is Sean, this is Tony Horton. He's one of the OGs. He developed P90X, which kind of went viral, and he's been into the industry for decades. And this is Jericho, which you saw in the Morning Meltdown workout. She is one of the newest trainers, but all these trainers have been in the industry for several years. They're constantly in like the Forbes top 100 most influential in the health and wellness industry. They really know their stuff. They have a bunch of fans. They're essentially like celebrities, but they all have amazing stories of overcoming hardship and how fitness just truly transformed their lives. And you can tell they're really just passionate about helping people also transform their lives and just become happier, healthier versions of themselves. So now that we've covered fitness, I really want to dive deep into nutrition because it's my favorite part to talk about. As a vegan, nutrition was one of my biggest kind of weaknesses because I was the vegan that wanted to prove to everyone that everything you can eat, I can eat vegan. So I was eating a bunch of vegan pizza and donuts and Chinese takeout and just all the things, ice cream. But I realized once I started the Beachbody nutrition plans, I was severely under eating in vegetables and overeating on carbs. And once I switched those, my results like knocked me off my seat. And I know that sounds really dramatic, but like I've coached several clients through these nutrition plans and they're all based off of portions. So you're never going to have to be counting calories. You're never going to have to be stressing about macros. I never got into that world, so I don't know a lot about it. But I've heard it's very stressful. So I'm glad I found this portion solution before going into the macro counting and all that jazz. But if tracking is triggering for you, if you come from an eating disorder past or body dysmorphia or body image issues, and you just don't like putting numbers to your food, I totally get that. And that's fine because there's also non-tracking options for nutrition. So there's more flexible eating plan and then there's a more structured portion eating plan. But both of those are really, really doable, and I never feel restricted. I never feel like, oh, that doesn't fit in my meal plan, I'm not going to eat it, because like I said, they're nutrition guides. They're not like a Bible. You don't have to like follow it word for word. And I feel like the times that I'm more flexible with myself, I get the better results because I'm not stressing. Stress is like kills our health, you know? So nutrition is truly 90% of the equation. And if you're not following a nutrition plan currently, I promise if you start following one, you will see results. Whether it's just increased energy, that is a huge, huge positive result. Whether it is your digestion improves, you're having more bowel movements, or, you know, you're losing a lot more fat because your body is actually getting fueled with the nutrients that it needs. So really, really simple to follow. There's cooking shows on Beachbody On Demand. There's actually like, if we go over here to nutrition, there is a cooking show called Fixate, and it's essentially like any cooking show you would see on TV, but healthy. It's right here. So that's pretty cool. And they have a ton of vegan recipes, vegetarian recipes, gluten-free options, options that are very kid-friendly, family-friendly, options for athletes. If you're looking to put on a lot of muscle and bulk up or train for like a bikini competition, which that's going to be me next year, there's options for you. So nutrition is definitely very important. Now that we're on the topic of nutrition, let's talk about Shakeology. So this is Beachbody's, I like to call it all-in-one smoothie add-in, because shake has a really negative connotation. There's a lot of shakes out there that have fillers. There's a lot of shakes that have all these ingredients that you don't really know how to pronounce because they are preservatives, they're fillers, they're chemicals, they're additives. They're not good for you. But Shakeology is really a whole foods plant-based smoothie powder. And what it is not just protein, but all of these amazing superfoods. It's essentially a powerhouse of nutrition. So Darren O'Lean, who is the author of Super Life, and Isabella Deichler formulated this because they were tired of mixing their own elixirs, mixing their own blends. They were tired of not getting their nutrients in when they drank, you know, acai smoothies or other powders from other manufacturers. So they came up with this formula, and it's 72 plus superfoods, vitamins, minerals, probiotics, super greens, adaptogens, and protein. So as you can see, all these ingredients are really, really good for you. Like if you've ever gone to a health food store or a smoothie bowl place, or like a superfood bar, juice shop, you might recognize some of these: pomegranate, moringa, quinoa, maca. Adaptogens are amazing because they actually help our body combat stress. So the daily stressors in our environment, driving through traffic, getting constant notifications on our phones, on our computers, being around screens all the time, being around blue light. Those are all stressors to our body. So adaptogens help us combat that. Phytonutrients support our health. They detoxify our body. Probiotics support our digestion. Protein, of course, helps us build lean muscle. It reduces cravings. It helps us feel full. And, there's really not anything to hide in this shake. Like, as you can see, all the ingredients are really legit. Anything that's hard to pronounce is because it's a Latin root name, like, I don't know, Brassica oleracea varicifera. Apparently that's kale. But they listed kale out here. So has a really diverse amino acid profile, which is really important for your protein, to have that complete protein, especially if you are vegan, because not all plant protein sources are complete. So it's important for us to make sure we have all those amino acids. And the reason that I think having superfoods and phytonutrients and just a boosted energy, well, not energy shake, all-in-one type of supplement is so important is because right now in the 21st century, our food is really not as nutritious as it used to be. The soils just from modern day agriculture are really depleted. And, the oranges that our grandparents used to eat I read it was 5 times as much vitamins as the oranges do nowadays, because like I said, food gets its nutrient from soil. So we really need these concentrated superfoods. That's why they're called superfoods, because they have a concentrated amount of nutrients. We need that for our body to, function at the optimal way that it was designed to. So a lot of people say oh, Shakeology is so expensive. I'm just going to get this Vega protein shake. And it's really not just a protein shake. Like I said, it does have protein, but it has pre and probiotics. It has phytonutrients, digestive enzymes, and superfoods. So if you were to blend all of that together, if you were to buy camu and maca and chicory root and all those ingredients separately, it actually costs you around $400. I calculated it all out, and that's a crazy amount, and that's really not what Shakeology costs, so don't freak out. But it is really, when you compare it to the ingredients that are actually being included in the shake, it's really an amazing deal for your health. And think of whenever you go to a smoothie place or a juice place, you're easily paying $9 per juice or $10 for a smoothie. Or even if you go to Starbucks, not even talking health-wise, just getting out and getting a drink. A latte is going to cost you $5 probably. These Shakeology is about $3 to $4 per serving, and it's infinitely more nutritious than a latte. And it's actually more nutritious than that kale smoothie that you're drinking at some smoothie place, because it has all the boosters that they charge you extra for, and it probably has more than that too. So aside from Shakeology, there's also more athletic type performance supplements. And what I love about Beachbody supplements is that all the ingredients are quality tested. They're actually NSF certified, which is National Science Foundation. It's a certification that just ensures that there's essentially no goofy business going on in these products, and they're Ironman endorsed. So people running Ironmans, which is an amazing athletic accomplishment, endorse these products, which as a long distance runner, I highly respect Ironman. And I've use most of these actually. We just came out with a vegan version of Recover. So the only non-vegan supplement here is Recharge. But Hydrate is an electrolyte. So think of Gatorade, but without all the high fructose corn syrup. And that's essentially what Hydrate is. There's 40 servings in this tub, which is awesome. And And then Energize is the pre-workout. So whenever you're wanting to push extra, you're wanting to lift heavier, you can have a scoop of Energize mixed with water, and it's really going to pump you up for that workout. Creatine is a muscle building supplement. So it actually helps you synthesize, like it helps your body synthesize muscle faster and create that lean muscle. So it's great for if you're bulking. If you're trying to lose weight, do not recommend that. So definitely if you're bulking though, creatine can be helpful. Recover is more of our protein powder. So this you can compare a little bit more with protein powders, but even this is actually a little different because it has BCAAs, which are, I forgot what it stands for, but it's like something change amino acids. But what they essentially are is they help you build that lean muscle. Also, they help your body synthesize that faster, and they help you recover. So, like it's called recover. There's also pomegranate extract in here that helps you reduce the effect of DOMS, delayed onset muscle soreness. So a lot of times when we work out, we lift heavy, we feel incredibly sore 2 days after our workout. That is actually DOMS. So Recover is specifically formulated to help you actually be able to work out after lifting heavy because you're not incredibly sore. So challenge groups, this is where the magic happens. This is what I meant about accountability, what I meant about community. These are our online communities, and every coach calls them something different. I personally call them boot camps, but it's essentially a wellness community where we're checking in daily. We are posting our sweaty selfies. We are showing up as our real raw selves. We're not worried about, if our mascara is running from our sweat. We're not worried about if we look like a hot mess express, because it's really a safe space where we are able to check in and stay accountable to our goals, staying accountable to actually following up with those healthy habits. And this is where I go live as a coach. I'm giving daily value. I'm talking about meal prepping. I'm talking about different life hacks when you're struggling to get those workouts in, to get the meal prepping in, and just seeing all of these check-ins from people in the online community is really contagious. One of the people that recently joined our community, she works really early in the morning. So she gets up at like 3:30 a.m. to get her workout in. And every time I wake up, I see that she's already worked out. So it motivates me even as a coach to get my workout in that much earlier, because I'm like, oh, she already got her workout in. I got to do it too now. And it's really just that positive chain reaction of people really uplifting and empowering themselves. And even if you're having a bad day, you can come in here too. Be like, hey guys, I'm feeling really down. Like, what do you do when you feel like you're in a funk? And we all just comment our favorite resources. We're always here. It's like a little fit family, and it's amazing. And I just really love my community. Yeah, it's just awesome. Anyways, so how do you get involved with the system? Like you've set the goals and you want the system, right? Because, there's other systems out there, and I personally am of the opinion that you need to find what works for you and what works in your lifestyle. So if that looks like a personal trainer, if that looks like Core Power, if that looks like Orange Theory, then go for it. But I'm here to tell you that a lot of us use the excuse of, I don't have money or I'm too busy. And what I know to be true is that going to the gym or going to a studio or paying, more than $50 a month for a membership can really be draining, exhausting, and put a lot of added stress, because we're investing this money, but we're not using it, and it stresses that out and it makes us feel bad about ourselves, right? However, having an online solution, having an at-home solution that travels wherever you go is so excuse-proof. It's ridiculous. I've gone on many trips throughout the times that I've started these Beachbody workouts, and I can't name a single trip where I didn't press play at least once, because that's just when you get into the habit of something and you don't work out, you actually feel like weird. Like if I go on a trip and I don't work out for several days in a row, I'm just like, I feel really restless. I need to get this energy out. I need to sweat. I need to do something. So it's really, really excuse proof. And there's workouts that are 20 minutes long. So the time excuse is not valid either, because you don't have to get into your car, drive to the gym, find parking, wait for the machines to be free, and then get the workout in. You can just hop into your living room or wherever your TV is or wherever you're stationing your phone, press play and get it done in 20 minutes. And this package is tailored to you. So this is what we call a challenge pack. And it's, like I said, it's a holistic approach. So it not only includes the workouts that I showed you, but it includes the Shakeology, the nutrition plans. And if you're watching this in the month of September or before October 5th, I believe, you actually get that new workout program that I showed you with the redhead, Jericho. It's called Morning Meltdown. You get that added in for free. So it's really the best time to get this holistic solution. And it's going to save you a ton of money in the long run as well. I started saving so much money because I was eating out less, I was drinking less, and I was wasting less food because I knew how much to meal prep every week. And I didn't have to throw out all my produce. And I also wasn't spending money on doctor's bills because I haven't really been sick for a hot minute. So the cheapest bundle, the most basic one, which is the one I typically recommend, is $160 this month. However, if you want to add on things like Energize I talked about, the pre-workout, or the recovery shake, it will be a little more, but there's no challenge pack I think of that is more than $250, and it's a one-time investment. So if you choose to continue getting Shakeology, that will be not just for free, like every month, but it will never be more than $100 because we will hook you up with a discount once you decide to keep getting that every month, and you probably will because it tastes amazing. The chocolate flavor tastes like brownie batter. Like, I don't know how they do it, but it's so good. You know, you think that with all these superfoods and all these phytonutrients and probiotics, it would taste like, you know, just a health smoothie, but it's really quite delicious. It's actually the most delicious smoothie that I've had in a while. So it's a one-time investment, and you got all the support, you got all the fitness and the nutrition that you would ever want. And I think that it's the best solution because, like I said, it's excuse proof, it's flexible to your lifestyle, and it is a system that will help you form the habits daily that you need, the slow progress consistently over time to get you the massive goals that you've been craving and that you've been wanting, but you were unsure how to reach. This is the car that you drive to get to your destination of goals, but it's also the long-term system that you carry on through your life, because health is not a final destination, it's a journey. So these are habits that we carry on throughout our life. They're habits that we sustain, and they are lifestyle change. So I really hope that this was helpful, and I hope that you got some insight onto maybe why you're not reaching your health goals and what you're lacking in terms of support, or maybe nutrition, or you need a fitness solution, or you need like a superfood solution because you're just constantly craving junk food because your body is lacking some nutrients. And just wanted to further encourage you guys to really give yourself this gift, because you are the best investment you can ever make. You only get one body in this life, right? And it's time to treat that body with the respect that it deserves. It's time to live your healthiest, happiest self. I know that personally, I feel my best when I'm taking time to take care of myself. Self-care includes exercise, and it includes nutrition, and just really loving on yourself and on your body. So I hope that you are ready to give yourself this gift. And if you're watching this, you're like, I'm all in, I want to get the package right now, feel free to email me or anyone else who sent you this webinar. Email them back and tell them that you are ready to go, that you're all in, and that you're super excited to make these healthy habits and make some sustained, long-lasting results. I'll talk to you guys later, and I hope you have an awesome day or night wherever you're watching this. Bye.